Welcome back to the caves, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of Driller's new overclocks. This is the Scorching Tide Overclock for the Flamethrower. This one is a pretty cool overclock. It's also had its name changed multiple times, so I think it's going to stay as Scorching Tide, but who knows, maybe in the next update they'll change its name again. Maybe it'll be Scorching Tides or something like that, just to mess with you. So Scorching Tide is a new unstable overclock, sort of. It's kind of one of those unstable overclocks that's secretly a clean overclock, since if you don't choose to use this particular overclock, it actually doesn't do anything to your flamethrower. There's no negative to this, so it just gives you another option for the flamethrower. So if you're really in love with just the base flamethrower, you might really like this one, similar to the Shard Diffractor's overclock. What Scorching Tide does is this allows you to fire out a wave of fire across the enemies. This fires in a horizontal line, similar to like a duckbill shotgun shot. That's about the closest thing I can think of when it comes to this overclock, where it just shoots out, it does a lot of damage. This will consume 25 fuel in order for you to do this. In order for you to actually do this, you just have to hold down your reload button, whatever that is, and then this will fire off, similar to how Ice Spear and Snowball work, or similar to the new cluster charges for Gunner's Hurricane. This does consume 25 fuel, and this is an always consume 25 fuel. If you don't have that much fuel in your tank, it will take it from reserve ammo, unless you're below 25 total fuel, and then you can actually get a shot off with this. So you can get a little bit more value with this if you're kind of stingy with your ammo, I guess, which usually isn't such a big deal with Driller. Most of the time Driller doesn't go through ammo super quick. You can with this if you just keep using Scorching Tide, but you don't necessarily have to. I mostly just keep it so that I can kill big things quickly. Since this is basically a clean overclock, you can kind of build the flamethrower however you'd like. This is the way that I'm building mine, so I'm going with larger tank size in tier 1, but reach is pretty good too. In tier 2, more direct damage. This is just so I can burn things a little bit quicker, but any of them in tier 2 are really good. Extra ammo in tier 3 and 4, just so I have more fuel. And then heat radiance in tier 5, so I can burn things around me. You can kind of take this with whatever you'd like as a secondary. For me, personally, I'm going to be taking it with the Sabata, with oversized magazine. Not necessarily because I think it's the best, but I just want to take this because I got a new skin on the Sabata and I want to see what it looks like in person. This overclock is pretty straightforward with the Sabata. I just get more magazine size, but I have a slightly longer reload. Not a big deal. I'm just going to be using this at long range to pick off stuff or when I'm out of flamethrower fuel. I'm also kind of going through the ammo sort of quick. So I'm going to need to get some nitra here. Oh, yep, there is a detonator out there. Okay, cool. Let's see, let's, yep. Deal with that. Let's use our fire here. It does a lot of damage. Also, this combo can work pretty well with the Sabata and the flamethrower. More fire. More DPS. The flames are a little bit strange to get used to with this overclock, since it does have drop on it. Whoops. Dang it. There we go. Alright, cool. Hey, Bosco, you want to go murder that thing and keep spawning stuff on us? I need to get more nitra. I'll focus on that if you want to focus on the other. Alright, I got enough nitra for resupply. Now I gotta get eaten by jellyfish. And then we can actually get to the eggs, I guess. Oh. You can also get a little bit more value from this with... Yeah. Alright. Then I can do this. Then we still get the same amount of damage, but we get a little bit more value. And I don't think my shot really did a whole lot to him, but... Let's get this one ready then. That's gotta be a swarm egg, right? Yeah, okay. Alright. Bring that one over here, Bosco. You can just drop it right there. Alright. Then we'll clear up everything with this. You can also shoot this pretty far, but it does drop, so you kind of have to aim it a little bit above your enemy. Well, maybe a lot above them if they're really far away. I'm kind of disappointed in the dice on this. I figured it'd be a lot more fun since I knew you kind of rolled the Sabata around. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more. Alright. Get rid of all that. More fire. Kinda nice to throw those in every once in a while. Most of the time I'm just using this like the regular flamethrower though. And I would say this is probably the flamethrower's most interesting overclock, which is nice. That was something that was a pretty common criticism of the flamethrower for the longest time. Is that it's just very basic. It's It's always been strong, but it has always been basic. It's just a flamethrower. Although it is a lot better than other video game flamethrowers, I will say that. Most of the time flamethrowers in games are pretty garbo. Usually they have like no damage, no reach, no fuel. Not so much Deep Rock. Oh, you are in there. Okay, I was just trying to burn that. Huh. It's also kind of fun to just kind of combine everything in Driller's arsenal. Although that's fun with every class. Alright. Yeah, for some reason I think that should stun, but it doesn't. Throw some more C4 on those eggs. Some more C4 on these eggs. One of those has to be another swarm egg, right? I think that's all the eggs. Oh wait, no, there's still this one over here. Huh, either one is a swarm egg. Alright, well, let's get this one angry then, too. Why not? We'll just have all the bugs here. Oh yeah, jellyfish. Well, at least I got an AoE weapon. Jellyfish are only a big deal when you don't have anything like that. Oh yeah, the Scorching Tide can also one-shot Nemesis, which is really strong. It's really good on robot missions in general, so if you want to take it on like an Industrial Sabo, it's going to do really well. Although the Flamethrower has always done really well on them ever since they came out. So, I guess the Flamethrower got even more of a niche. Alright, burn them all! But I think this overclock is quite good. I think this one's pretty strong. I think the cryo one's decent. The Driller got. I think it might be the weakest of the group, just because we already had Sticky Fuel, and Sticky Fuel's pretty strong. Although Sticky Ice is kind of cool too, and it does have a cool visual effect to it. It feels so good. It also kind of reminds me of the Melt-A-Gun, which is an overclock that I've kind of always wanted. Because in the 40k games, there's a Melt-A-Gun. At least in Bolt Gun, honestly, I don't know how the Melt-A-Gun works in all 40k's universe. But it's basically just a fire shotgun, or a magma shotgun. And it's meant to purge anything in front of it, which I'm a pretty big fan of. It was one of my favorite weapons in Bolt Gun. Maybe it was my favorite weapon, you just didn't get very much ammo for it. I gotta get back into that game too, because they had an update recently. Had a DLC. Let's try to get the most value out of this. There we go, 1 fuel left. Still get the shotgun of fire though. Alright, I still got 100 bullets left for this. And it doesn't look like there's 100 enemies left, so... Especially if Bosco's murdering them too. Alright, let's be on our way. It sounds like there's something trying to shoot me. Alright, well, let's shoot it back. There we go. You can shoot it some more. That works. I guess if I find the other Ebo nuts, we can grab them on the way out too. Well, I mean, if I was Gunner or Scout, I could, well, even Ingy. I can't really get that as Driller. Oh, but there's some more over here. I need 6. I see 4? Go away, bugs. I'm sad because I can't get enough Evo nuts. And I don't see any... Well, there's one over there. There's one up there. I think we're good to be on our way. Alright. Later, Cave! Later, Bosco! Feel free to murder him if you'd like. Or find the other Evo nuts, or whatever you're doing. Ah, there we go. 324 kills. We got our little loot bug. We'll be on our way. Yeah, this overclock's awesome.